We're sisters, we're wives, and this is the Sister Wives podcast. We're here to talk about the good, the bad, and the hilariously ugly. So, welcome to our show.
Hi guys, welcome to the Sister Wives podcast, and today we're talking about Kim and Kanye?
Yes, we are. We need to do this for America.
Yeah. And this is another Marie-directed podcast as the other one. It's such a hit.
It was such a hit.
Yeah.
Because nobody's actually heard it.
Yeah.
We're going to find out. But yes, we're going to talk about Kim and Kanye. Today is May 8th, which means Kanye in the last week or two has said a bunch of dumb stuff. Like really dumb stuff.
Right. Very problematic.
Very problematic. And so he said a bunch of dumb stuff, which has just been interesting to me to watch Kim and Kanye from a marriage standpoint, because it feels like, to me, you're at a dinner party with your significant other, and they've maybe gotten drunk, and they just start saying, and not everybody has gotten drunk. Like, if everybody's drunk
the fastest.
Yes. And so there's just a dynamic that's funny to me personally, because I identify a lot with Kim and Kanye. Like we have the same dragon energy. I know, so I told Melissa that, I said, let's talk about Kim and Kanye today. I was texting her or whatever. And then I was like, I just, for just some added context, I have, for a long time, 2015, I sent a screenshot of a conversation Mark and I had where I was like, you're Kanye West and I'm Kim Kardashian. There are celebrity versions, in my opinion. I don't necessarily have a crush on them. I don't, like them necessarily, but I feel like I understand them uniquely. So, when Kanye is saying Kanye things, I'm just, dying for Kim, because she's like, I am trying to build something bigger than both of us. And you're coming in here and you're crapping all over it. But she still loves him, and I think that's so admirable. But literally, I just want y'all to know one of the most memorable fights.
To love your
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, it's Kanye. That is pretty admirable.
Yeah.
But no, so Mark and I was in Lowe's. Mark and I are walking around just because we have a kid that loves mower. So we're just spending a normal Sunday morning walking around, and he says that he doesn't think Kim Kardashian is, that she's worth much. And I'm like, no. Literally, you guys, I got so mad. He was like every other, 98% of America that's like, oh, she's just famous for being famous. And I'm like, BS, Kim Kardashian is a businessman. I'm trying to tie this into that Jay-Z quote, but basically she is amazing.
Yeah. And
she has built an entire, do y'all even realize how rich she is? Do you guys realize, the game, she's not even playing on our level.
Yeah.
She is 5,000 steps ahead. She's so amazing.
Is she now?
Anyways, she is. Oh my gosh, do you realize how rich she is? For being nothing.
I'm sure she's super stupid rich.
But it's because she made amazing business decisions. She saw where our society was going, 5 years before it went there. You know what I mean?
Okay. Not really, but I get what you mean. I just don't get how she did that. But keep going.
But anyway, so I just thought it'd be funny. So I found this article that people had. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to go back. So Kim. I feel like
she's too excited, everyone.
I'm so excited, you guys, because, and so this is Mark and I's fight. We were talking about, he's like, what? So she had sex on, she had a sex tape and now she's famous. She's a glorified porn star. And I was like, you might as well have said my mom was a hooker. That's the level of, hurt I had about what he said. Y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but I was like, I would divorce you over this. Like, if you can't fundamentally understand how Kim Kardashian is freaking brilliant, we're not even in the same universe right now. But anyways, like, so she, like, makes a game, right? Like, she's made emojis, she's made, like, the level that she knew we were going to be on our phones that much. But I just, like, everybody thought it was dumb when she did it. Like, who makes a game? And then she makes, like, what, $500 million from this game? Like, because we're all buying, like, the purse so we can level up in Kim Kardashian world. Like that's a lot of money to make. And, like, to do it and nobody thinks, like, everybody thinks you're just dumb for doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like everybody was like, oh, Kim, that's brilliant. You made a game, like, of yourself. And then, like, she owned all of it. It wasn't like, oh, she licensed off her. She was like, no, I'm making as much, if not more money off of this. Like, fine. She's a porn star, but she is a freaking brilliant one. Like, freaking brilliant. Like, she played all the angles. She's a business person first. Like, she commoditized, like, she turned herself into a product. That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, it's disheartening and, like, soulless. I'm not going to argue that, but I feel like she knows how to, like, even do that. Like, have two different, like, that's my business person, and then I'm just, like, a normal person. Like, I really have hope that the Kardashians are really normal, down-to-earth people.
Oh.
She's so brilliant.
Sweetie.
She's so brilliant. Have you read her interviews? Okay. But anyways, her interviews, she's just so, like...
No, I don't...
You don't do anything. You don't keep up with the Kardashians? I have it as one of my, like... I'm very invested in how Khloe is going to handle this whole...
Oh. The cheating
Thompson
debacle?
guy cheating. Yeah. It's so sad. Khloe's my favorite.
That is unfortunate.
It is. But anyway, so I just think it's interesting to watch Kim have to navigate Kanye's. And so I think it's interesting, especially because I feel like you and I might have similar issues in our own marriages because our husbands are not politically correct in pretty much any way ever. Like, I think people think Mark is, like, so quiet because when I take him out, I'm just like, if you say anything, you die. Like, I will cut you on the way home.
No, I 100% feel that.
Yeah. So how do you deal with it when, like, Sean... I think that's what I found fascinating was how Kim Kardashian is dealing with Kanye West, like, breakdown. Like, at first it was like she just tried, like, laughing harder. Like, I think Kanye tweeted something like, I'm getting rid of everything. And she's like, wait, everything? Like, she tweeted back.
Yeah.
And it was like a joke, like, ha ha ha, everybody, let's laugh at me. Like, you're trying to bring the attention.
Trying to laugh through the pain or whatever.
Exactly. Like, and I can totally see myself do that.
Yeah, no, I think that's 100% what I do for at least the most part, especially with, like, people that the people that don't know Sean as well.
Yes. Like, they have no grace towards him, so you're like...
Right. So they're, like, I think almost 90% of the things that Sean says can be taken the wrong way. And so it almost always is taken the wrong way by his audience.
Yes, exactly.
I have to, like, quarantine him.
Exactly.
The general public.
You're like, no, you're not allowed. Like, I can totally see that. Like, but Sean...
And so I do try to, like, turn it into a joke instead of, I'm like, oh, you're so funny, or, what else, like, I just laugh, super laugh.
Right.
Oh, ha, this is a joke, everyone, and anyone that has overheard this conversation, this is a joke. He does not mean it. Everything that
But do you ever think he does mean it?
Oh, and I think he means it 80% of the time. And then he says that. He's like, I'm not kidding. And I'm like, no, he's kidding. I swear. This is all fun and games here. You're not the only
I love it. What kind of stuff does he say that makes you feel that way? Do you want me to answer first?
Yeah, I would much prefer you to answer first because I don't know.
You don't know. No, so mine is like when Mark will make just jokes about, or if he has any political opinion for the most part and we're with the wrong audience, like if he wants to talk politics around like his parents or our dad, like I'm fine because I'm like, you're going to lean more their way anyway, so that doesn't make me scared.
Right.
But if we're around anybody else, especially if I don't know necessarily where they stand, like anything he says politically, I'm just like, I'm going to smile bigger, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to change the subject, how do you guys like your hamburger? Like, I will go full on, like, waitress mode, like, and I'm not a waitress at all. And so I don't, like, it's super, when it's political, and then also, sometimes Mark makes fun of me and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, I just feel like he goes too hard in public, and it's never as, like, if it was super funny, I'd be like, that's fine, whatever, but, like, all you've done is make everybody feel awkward, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, and I don't take it personally, because I know Mark's heart, like, I don't have any issue with, like, you know, I can't think of anything he's ever said, necessarily, but, like,
yeah.
But it's like, he'll create a tone sometimes in a conversation, and I'm just like, everybody feels bad for me now. They're like,
yes.
Why is she married to this guy? And I'm like, dude, you are not a douchebag. Quit trying to act like a douchebag in front of everybody. Like, it's just, so then I'm like, ha ha ha, I love it when you say that.
Yeah, like, thank you so much. I feel so good about myself now.
Exactly right. And I'm like, why are you doing this? You know, it's just so funny. So those are like the two times, like when it's political or when I don't want to say makes fun of me. I don't know what the right word is, but he'll just say things that I'm like, everybody thinks you're a douche now. Like, and you're not it. And that's what makes me mad. It's not like, oh, everybody knows now. It's like, I know you're not a douche. Like, you're like a million times sweeter when nobody's around. Yes. Okay, so Otis has this thing where he really wants to be funny, but he doesn't really, he doesn't know how to be funny yet. Like, he's little and so he'll just like start yelling stuff at people like, hey girl, you're farting. And I'm just like he just wants the attention of it, right? Like, and he knows farts get attention. Like, you know, they respond, like, and I'm just like, stop it. Yeah. And so that's my thing. Like, I know Mark is just trying to, like, be funny. Yeah. But it's like, it's not right. Like, making fun of your wife over some of the things you've made fun of her for in public, just, it's not hitting the tone you want it to hit. So.
Yeah. And it's like, it's funny when it's us. It's not funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I get that 100%. And so,
Sean
will, like, that is one thing for sure. He'll, like, make jokes and, like, there are times where, like, I remember in undergrad, Peyton would, like, look at me and she'd be like, is he serious right now? Like, he just does that in front of everyone. And it's just like, oh my, I don't know how to react because it's like, everyone is expecting me to be, like, upset and be like, Sean, don't say that or whatever. Or,
right.
But then it's like, if I act super chill, people are going to be like, oh, he's just, like, abusive and she doesn't care, or whatever. So I'm like,
exactly. I was like, I need to send out that I'm okay with this, even though it's just funny to me. But, so I feel like I can totally understand Kim trying to, like, laugh, and then she's, like, totally going to bat for him at the end, like, shoot all these tweets that she sends about, like...
Yeah, about the mental health, like, this is not something you should laugh about or, you know, jump to conclusions so easily.
Yes, and like, I mean... and she's, like, still, like, going to bat for him, like, calling him a genius and stuff, which... I feel like I get what Kanye's trying to communicate, and he's still in the very rough draft stage of
like this should be written in the notes just actually published on Twitter.
Exactly. I'm like, you are like I get it. Like, I get the creative process and the thinking behind what he's doing, but I'm also like, this doesn't feel like the place to do this.
Yeah.
But maybe it is. Maybe America needs to rail against Kanye together. What if he's the unifying? Except I think some people really do like what Kanye's saying. Just as
yeah, I don't know.
So
it just gives me. I'm like, whoa. And I also like if Sean was ever acting like. I don't know. I guess it's like, is that out of character for Kanye? Which is the first question. Because, like, to me, I'm like, I would assume that's out of character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't keep up with him or whatever. But, like, if this were out of character for Kanye, and then she's still, like, backing him and whatever, I feel like I would be the first person to be like, what are you doing? Like, well, there's like out there on social media being like, yes, this united front. I'd be like, nah, like what are you doing? Like you represent my family. Why are you out here?
But would you take him to task? So if he went crazy in public, would you take him to task in private or in public as well because he went public with it?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's where I think I would kind of go more the Kim way, but
yeah, I guess it depends on what like makes sense to him. You know, like what does he respond to? Like if talking in private doesn't work usually,
right? Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Like,
sure, let's do this battle royale on Twitter right now.
Right. And I also think like I'm not necessarily like an amazing Kanye West fan, like I listen to him, whatever, but from what I understand, he is a musical genius, right? And I guess I'm kind of tired of people thinking like you can be a musical genius or any kind of genius and normal at the same time. Like I feel like the minute you step out into being like a legitimate creative genius, like we can't expect you to be normal anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and so you're gonna say really weird because that's the package deal with creative genius. Like,
right? Like
you're gonna be
the normal.
Yeah, you don't get to be like a creative genius and Ned Flanders. Is that his name from Simpsons? Like, you don't get to be like super normal happy guy. And
almost every creative genius is some sort of like depressed and nuts.
Exactly.
So,
like that's how you tap into that energy. So I don't know. Like I don't know if we get to
judge him about Yeah,
like I don't feel like we get to use the same ruler that we use on like a normal person on him. It's and I don't know, maybe that's like and especially in this world of like where all these creative geniuses like are hurting other people, like if you know what I mean, like Bill Cosby was a creative genius and he hurt people. Like Kanye's a creative genius and he's not hurting anyone, he's just weird. Like and he has really bad non-politically correct thoughts. So I'm kinda like, you guys, we should give him an applause because he hasn't hurt anybody. Like, he's got a wife that still loves him and 3 cute kids. Like, let's just cut him a break. He's got crappy opinions. Like, he didn't rape anybody. You know, it wasn't like Harvey Weinstein, all these guys that are like, oh, but I'm just a tormented genius. Well, you can just, you know.
And I'm like,
Kanye figured out how to
put your hands to yourself.
Yes, exactly. Like, so I'm like, we should be giving him props for not hurting other people. But yeah, so I think you're right though. Like, how does he respond to criticism or whatever? Like,
whatever you deal with your situations in your marriage or things like that.
Yeah,
this is true.
But I think that's a good point to like take that into consideration. But I'm also like, is what he's saying? I don't know. And that's the other. I'm like, how bad is what he's saying? But I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of what he's, I mean, like, I know the one little soundbite about.
Right, no, I don't keep up with it, and I know the second that I start reading and actually investigating what Kanye is saying, I'm just going to get mad. So I'm trying that whole Sean's advice of just stay out of it. Like, I read the memes and I laugh along.
Yeah. And then that's it. That's the energy you're going to stay in, is the laughing energy.
Yeah.
I like it.
And at the end of that article that you sent me that this time I only like grazed through, very actually read, this dynamic is quickly changing, everyone.
I know, this world is so topsy-turvy.
And so she, at the end of the article, they're talking about how Kanye is just really needy, and what was it that like Kim just is like emotional, like drained, I guess, in a way, because like, she's got kids, she's got her job, and now she's having to like stick up and fend off everyone from her husband. And I'm like, if this was all just some sort of stunt because he's needy, that would make me more mad than if my husband truly had such strong political feelings for Donald Trump.
Oh, totally. Like, I mean, if we're just doing this because I want attention, like, oh my gosh, like, I've got better ways to spend. But you know what? Like, I could totally see that. I could totally see that being like a weird, like, yes. But, I mean, and so she's just, like, hilarious for trying to, like, keep it all together, which is what all women do, right? Like, is there any relationship you know where the woman isn't the one, like, where the guy, like, keeps vomiting on crap and you're, like, cleaning it up with a smile on your face? Like, this is great! This is awesome!
Yeah.
Anything. Exactly. Like, and not all, and not, obviously, to the extent of, like, Kanye, but it's still, like, we're the ones, I don't know. Maybe I have too many.
Maybe it's just us.
Maybe it's just us. Maybe I am airing our
crappy guys.
Inadvertently airing all our dirty laundry, but
yeah.
But yeah, I think at least in our family's dynamic, there's a lot of like smile and cover up.
Yes. For people. A lot of it.
But yeah, and I don't know, I think that's funny though that this could just be some weird neediness thing for him. And like, I'll be praying for him because that is exhausting. It's totally exhausting.
It is.
Like, I gotta clean up
I have
after
to
you.
keep myself in check and you.
Exactly. So, like, I feel like if she's mad at, like, I don't think Kim cares what he thinks. Honestly, like, because I have that feeling. Like, I don't care. Honestly, there's like 2 or 3 things that I care about what Mark thinks or whatever. So for the most part, like, you're your own person. You get to have whatever political views, and you get to take in information and create an opinion the same way I do. Like,
right.
Oh,
like, I'm not allowed to dictate that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm totally fine with, like, it doesn't make me sad or anything anymore that he has different political views or whatever. But that said, I'm like, I feel like we both need to respect each other and not share all of our political views with everybody, which is funny because I'm the one that was like super like vocal for a while about political views, and I was like, this is pointless. And every time I post something, he posts something, so I was like, you know what, if I stop, he'll stop.
Right,
but
you won't have anything to respond to.
Yeah. But I do think it's funny, one of the tweets that Kanye had was like, my wife called and told me to tell everyone, like, I don't agree with everything Donald Trump does.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, you still got yelled at.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of those, like, internal, I guess that's it. I think it's an interesting dynamic because, you know, like, the whole point of marriage is kind of like, it's us against the world or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day. And so, you know, when people want you to turn on each other publicly, I guess I just don't agree with that. Like, I'm like, no, you gotta, like, I don't care if it's all kinds of effed up, like, not all kinds of, I mean, like, if people are getting beat or people getting hurt, obviously. But if it's, like, a matter of an opinion, like, in this case, Kanye's got a bad opinion, in my opinion, like, you know, like, you gotta let that, like, me and you are together on this, and I will chew you out at home. Like, that's all.
That's true.
You know,
I think that was very good advice.
Yeah. Like, right? No, maybe not. But I think yours is more practical. Like, well, what are they actually going to respond? Like, if, like, I feel like Kanye is not well on some level.
Yeah.
And so it's like, how do I get him to hear me? But
but I guess for like your average, normal, not artistic genius couple.
Yes, exactly.
Like us everyday schmoes, I think it's good advice to be like, hey, we can smile and keep a front while we're in public. I mean, it's like what advice they give to, like, people that are, like, you know, running for president and, oh, no, you know, that you had an affair. Well, we're all going to smile and hug in front of the cameras and we can
we'll duke it out at home. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, surprisingly, with as much stuff I talked about our home life, like, I don't think you need to hash it all out in the public eye.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, so I think that's funny. But yeah, so that's our Kim and Kanye. Want to hear what other people think. Like, not about...
They're probably all like, you're dumb, Marie.
Like, yeah. I want to know, though, like...
Nice.
Yeah, like, I want to know, like, if people think that they should be... Like, should Kim, like, blast him right now? Or should Kim keep up this united front thing that she's doing? Like, is she right or is she wrong?
Said, like, in her thing, like, I don't agree with him, but, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. And I was like, that's very mature of you.
Right? Because she's a goddess.
Yeah, I guess. I guess the fact that she's a Kardashian and had that response really took me by surprise.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that surprising?
I don't know. I guess I just feel like their whole, like, I mean, their live, their TV show is just popular because of drama. I mean, it's reality TV.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, gotta give the people what they want. Let's fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how she makes her money, kind of, in a way.
Right.
You know?
It is.
Having the drama. I mean, Kris Jenner. No one works harder than Kris Jenner.
Nobody does. But you know, we're kind of like Kardashians. What? No, we are. Mama is totally Kris Jenner. You don't think so?
Well, we're missing quite a few sisters.
Well, I mean, we're missing a lot of sisters. Bobby is totally Rob. Totally.
Oh, gosh. No. No, don't say that. That's mean.
That's not true. I hope he's okay. Not Bobby. Bobby's fine. Robert Kardashian.
Rob.
Who I'm worried about. But they have the same name.
Hey y'all, thanks for listening to our podcast. We look forward to reading reviews, answering questions, and talking more about life's adventures and marriage and all that good stuff. You can check out more of our stuff at sisterwivespodcast.com or our Facebook page, which is just Sister Wives Podcast, and then our Instagram, which is at Sister Wives Podcast. Thanks, and check us out again next week. See ya.